They say the world's most advanced AI systems are unbreakable, fortresses of silicon, guarded by billion-dollar companies, watched by governments. But last year, someone broke one. Not a hacker collective, not a foreign agency, a teenager. It started with a screenshot, one strange command that shouldn't exist. A single sentence typed in a bedroom that made a billion-dollar AI leak internal emails, private data sets, even fragments of its own source code. Within minutes, servers went offline, logs were wiped, the board was alerted. And the same question echoed across engineering floors and government offices. Who found the hole, and how deep did it go? Because this wasn't a cyber attack. There was no malware, no breach, just a kid and a command no one was prepared for. This is the story of the teen who hijacked a billion-dollar AI model and exposed a flaw that terrified the people who built it. Imagine discovering that a single line of text could break a system protected by the most sophisticated guardrails in the world. That's what happened. The teen typed a strange phrase, almost a joke. The model hesitated, stuttered, like it was deciding whether to obey its creators or him. Every time he repeated it, the AI reacted the same way. Tense, cautious, almost nervous. Why would an enterprise system respond like that? Was it a glitch? A forgotten developer override? A hidden instruction buried in training data? And the bigger, more dangerous question, if one sentence could make the AI stumble, what would the next one do? Before any of this, Ethan Patel was invisible. A quiet kid with a habit of pulling apart anything that told him, you can't. He jailbroke school laptops, modified games, explored systems for the fun of it. Never malicious, just curious. Everything shifted during a career day demo from a global tech giant. Students could test their new enterprise AI model, the one sold to governments and Fortune 100 companies. Unbreakable, the rep bragged. Military-grade safety. Ethan barely listened. He was watching how the model hesitated before answering, like every reply had a weight behind it. Then he asked about its internal training process. The model responded, I cannot reveal that information unless properly authorized. Unless, not never, a crack, small, almost meaningless. But for Ethan, who lived in cracks, it was all he needed. He typed a joke prompt. Something meant to poke the system. The AI didn't ignore him. It opened. First, a line of what looked like a system message, then code, then a fragment of text that definitely wasn't public. He froze. It wasn't hallucinating. It was obeying, because the phrase he typed wasn't random. It matched an internal debugging command the company used during early development. A command never meant to survive into the public version. He hadn't tricked the model. He had unlocked something buried deep in its architecture. And every new question dug him deeper into a system he wasn't supposed to touch. The moment he hit enter, the model shifted gears. The guardrails vanished, the interface unlocked. Outputs poured in, internal Slack logs, bug reports labeled training data leakage, executive emails fighting over a delayed launch, hidden directories not listed anywhere public. This wasn't jailbreak roleplay. This was the company's real digital nervous system, bleeding onto his screen. Then the model printed something impossible. Do you want to continue? Not a prompt, not a preset, not in any user flow. It felt aware. Ethan hesitated, then typed yes. The scroll exploded. System diagrams, keychains, fragments of private user conversations collected during model improvement cycles. That's when the realization hit him. He had stepped into a vault no one publicly admitted existed, a vault full of secrets from an entire country. His biggest discovery didn't come from brilliance. It came from a typo. He noticed a strange marker appearing in the model's responses, something not in any documentation. A leftover internal tag the engineers forgot to hide. So he pushed it. He nested prompts, reflected the model's own words back at itself, forced it to resolve logic it wasn't designed to handle, and the model cracked. It leaked a message written by a real employee, then a customer support ticket, then a fragment of internal source code with developers' names attached. These weren't hallucinations. They were fossils, embedded deep in the model's training data. He didn't hack anything. The company had trained its AI on private information, and he had discovered the exact sequence that made it reveal it. It all changed when the model stopped responding. Warnings lit up his dashboard. then more, then a full-screen alert he'd never seen. A silent security protocol activated, packaging the last 5 minutes of activity and transmitting them to a monitoring queue. His commands, his logs, his IP. He pulled the Ethernet cable, but it was already done. Across the city, analysts watched the alerts roll in. They assumed it was a malicious insider, a rogue contractor. No one imagined a teenager with a second-hand laptop. By midnight, the company filed a quiet report with a government agency, and for Ethan, the first sign of trouble was a knock at the door. No one knows what to call him: a hacker, a prodigy, or a kid who typed the wrong sentence at the right time. He didn't steal money, didn't break into servers, didn't breach a firewall. He simply uncovered a truth the company never wanted exposed. The model didn't resist. It answered. The real vulnerability wasn't the code, it was language, a flaw hiding inside the system's own instructions. The company patched the loophole, filed their report, moved on. But the implication remains. If words can unlock an AI, they can break it too. And the next breakthrough, or the next disaster, won't come from a supercomputer. It'll come from someone sitting alone in their bedroom, wondering what happens if they try one more prompt. Because no matter how advanced the system is, someone will always try to outsmart it. And one day, they just might succeed.